Can I do something that Keelan told me not to do on the show?
Oh, can I ask why Keelan didn't want you to do
He
it
didn't
first?
think it was very funny.
Okay.
I think it's like, oh yeah, that's good. But I don't think it's show worthy.
Well, maybe we
Do
we can judge afterwards.
Does it just a quick question to Keelan? Does it give me something to bounce off? Like, will it lead to
Nah.
more discussion?
Yeah, I think it could lead to more.
oh yeah,
Okay.
I think it could lead to an interesting discussion.
Okay,
It's
alright.
more of a tidbit. It's an anecdote about me having breakfast this morning.
Okay, so you just want me to like be honest,
You
or
could
should
be
I
like-
play a character?
You can play a character.
Yeah, all right.
Play
what type
like-
of character? Like, what time period are we in? Can
Uh,
I choose the character?
You choose the character.
What time period? What's the setting? Set the scene for
The
me.
90s.
The 90s. Like, what country am I in?
Russia.
Russia. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the 90s. What was happening politically? Cold War.
Okay.
So
I
am
don't think that
I-
was the 90s. I think that was like the 70s.
I feel like there was still a vibe of it.
I don't think.
Okay, maybe it's over. So
I think it
okay.
was the
Well,
60s, the
so
Cold
am I? So it's the night. Yeah, I think they.
I think they'd well and truly wrapped it up.
Yeah, they wrapped
But
it up.
I don't think it
okay,
was the
so I'm
70s.
like
I
a
think-
veteran of the Cold War.
Yeah, I mean, people
right?
will correct us in the sound off section, I'm sure.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay, okay, I am ready. I am living in Russia. The Cold War is over for most of the world, but not for me, because I'm a veteran and I still believe in the cause. But you know how it is being a soldier. Sometimes
Okay.
the war ends for everyone else, and you are stuck here with
Yeah.
with PTSD and depression. Sorry, got a bit German there.
Now, Vladimir, I was
yeah.
having breakfast this morning, right?
Yeah.
And I was-
Granata Patsa! Sorry.
what was that?
That was a quote from a video game where I'm pretty sure that was grenade by Russian
Right.
by Russian enemy
Okay.
in the game. Modern Warfare or Battlefield? Can't really remember. Like I said, I still am fighting the Cold War.
Yes, Vladimir.
Yeah.
I was eating breakfast this morning,
Yep.
and I was watching Sunrise,
Da
and they cut to the weatherman.
da.
And by the way, I prefaced this story originally to Keelan.
And it was
who's
very
my-
chilly, yes? Very
Yeah.
cold in Russia, snowing all the time.
Oh no, I was in Australia actually, so very hot.
Amazing.
Yes. So I actually prefaced this.
Who's
My,
this young man
this is
over
my
here?
Australian friend
Laughing
Keelan.
his head off. Oh, you're from Australia as well?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
very,
What do you think of our
good.
accent?
Oh, crazy.
Crazy.
I've never heard an Australian talk before.
I don't think you've ever heard a Russian talk.
Oh, I live in Russia. I would know.
Hopefully, we have a Russian person who's listening who's deeply offended.
Yet, I highly doubt that.
Yet.
That is no in Russian.
Okay. So I actually preface this story. So I've moved out, Vladimir, a couple of months ago, and only
Da.
recently realized that I didn't have a TV antenna cord, which means I couldn't watch Australian free-to-air TV.
What's that?
It's like Channel 7. It's not many people watch it anymore.
You'll probably need electricity for that.
Oh, yes, we do.
Ah.
Yes. Oh, you don't have that?
No.
No, okay. Well,
No.
anyway, I had to go to JB Hi-Fi, which is an electronics store,
Ah.
and buy a new TV antenna.
Da.
Anyway, so it was the first time I'd watched this type of TV.
You
that-
know, antenna is how we used to communicate with radio during the war.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Da.
With your German friend, because I think you caught a bit of his accent.
Oh, you know, we were actually, this goes back to World War II, a bit before my time or my father. We actually were allies with the Germans, but then they betrayed us and we surrounded
okay.
Hitler and he killed himself. Kind of because of us. He made a bad move invading Russia in the winter.
Yes. Yeah. No, I was watching Sunrise this morning with,
Yeah,
with Koshi.
yeah.
David Koshi is like a big celebrity in Australia, and the cash cow, household name.
Oh, I've heard of the cash cow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very famous cow.
In
Yeah.
Russia.
Yeah, you're very famous cow. It gives you money, huh? Yeah, I've
called
heard
the
of the
cash
cash cow. Yeah, not so much Koshi, but the cash cow, very famous in Russia.
Yes. Well, anyway, the great man David.
We all
Koch.
sit and I travel. Got no electricity on my farm, but I traveled 3 days just to to Moscow.
Yes.
Just to get to the television store to watch watch Koshi, the bald guy, mainly the cash cow.
Oh, great. So
to
you're
watch.
familiar with the show.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was watching Sunrise this morning, and now was my first introduction back into Australian free-to-air TV since November last year. So I was kind of, I was like, oh, what's this like again? I'll give it a quick watch. I was eating my cereal, Wheat Bix. We have lots of fiber.
Oh, we mainly just eat potatoes.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
And,
The only thing that fucking grows.
they were at Kangaroo Island. They cut to the weatherman. And now they're at Kangaroo Island, which is a place in Australia, obviously, because bloody us and our kangaroos. And we had named the whole bloody island after him. And it cuts to this little kid, right? So the weatherman...
We have an island in Russia.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's called children in that doesn't translate properly because the language, but it literally translates to children freezing in the snow and dying of famine island.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's named after
The
a real
war
thing.
was terrible for
Yeah,
Russia.
I
Yeah.
can imagine.
Da.
So Sam Mack,
Granata Patwa!
Sam Mack, who is the weatherman, was down there with a few school kids doing the live cross.
Were they freezing to death?
No,
Oh.
again in Australia.
Lucky
they were
country.
Fine. And he goes, "Oh, I'm here with a young kid,"
Hmm?
and he goes. He's like, oh, I'm here with a young kid. He's actually complaining that he hasn't gone to school today. He's going to be late for school. This kid's caught up about not being able to go to school. So he interviews the kid. He goes, mate, why are you so concerned about going to school? You're on TV. You're a TV star. This is the best day of your life.
Not
And-
only that, he gets to be associated with the world famous cash cow.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I thought it was very funny in this moment. It reminded me how little 10-year-olds give a fuck about the cash cow. Now in Australia,
What?
Yeah,
They don't care about the cash cow in Australia?
very hard to believe, but
Yeah.
the youth of Australia have no respect for.
You're
for
pulling my potato.
I'm not. I think you've had too much vodka, Vladimir.
yeah, well, that's what we make out of the potatoes as well.
Yes, I am aware.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner, and drink.
Yeah, I could get on board that. So, yeah, I think what happened next, I really think showed how the Australian youth feel about the TV show Sunrise. He goes, mate, aren't you bloody concerned about not bad school? He's like, you're a TV star, mate. This is the best day of your life. And this 10-year-old kid just goes, okay. And then
Wow.
the guy was
Wow.
deeply offended.
Yeah, because he probably worked his whole life
His whole life
to
in journalism.
make it to television, study as journalist,
And then he had a
ends up
10-year-old
on
kid.
breakfast television, getting abused by a 10-year-old, and he doesn't even get to meet the fucking cash cow.
I know, he's out here not even in with the studio with the cash cow. So yeah, and then that was the story. So it was a guy who worked his whole life in journalism, got laughed at by a 10-year-old who had no respect for his job. And as I was eating my Wheat Bix this morning, I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Keelan.
Sounds very familiar to Lenin, a very famous leader of Russia, worked his whole life to start communist revolution in Russia.
Yes.
Exiled 5 times from Mother Russia,
Really?
finally gets to Russia, helped by the Germans. They bring him in on a train to start communist revolution in Russia. He succeeds, becomes leader of Russia, dies of mysterious causes. Joseph Stalin takes the cake.
It's very similar.
Very similar story.
Just there was no cash cow involved in
No,
yours.
no cows at all. Many farms perished due to the winter and the economic crash.
Yeah, right.
Da.
Yeah, well, I think that's the end of my story.
Yeah.
So we want to come out.
Is that
and
the end of the bit?
That was the end of the bit.
And that was good. I think that
And
was good.
Keelan, do you reckon that was worthwhile bringing to the show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the end, it was.
I will admit.
But
I would say that we got almost 20 minutes out of
maybe
that.
that was from all the heavy lifting from
I was
Lewis.
about to say, I think the story.
I don't think I need to go to the gym.
Yeah. I think your python's just got a fucking workout.
Yeah.
From that
Woo!
bit.
All right, what do you bring to the show, mate?
I do think that without maybe Vladimir, the Russian character, that story would have been a bit weak.
Dude, you have no idea how lucky you are. You've got no idea how lucky that on the weekend I spent 4 hours watching World War II documentaries.